Iranians are proud of their culture, so much so that they pretty much view the rest of the world as only recently civilized. We owe the ancient Persians things like phonetic alphabets and writing, and now we're paying them back with modern cultural refinements like hip-hop and TV miniseries. Iran has its own thriving movie industry. When you go to the movies in Tehran, you're sure to be seeing a homegrown film. The blockbuster this spring was a war movie, the Iran-Iraq War to be exact. Outcasts of the Army Part 2 is the most profitable release here ever. The trauma of that devastating war is a staple of Iranian movies. Not everything here is a shoot-'em-up. Jar Changuli is about a pair of conjoined twins. One's devout, the other a party animal.
Baby, baby, give me a
Iran censors don't have a light touch, and nothing gets past them that is even slightly risque. Unveiled women, kissing, swearing, and even the gentlest humor pointed at Islam or its clerics are all forbidden. That can make the lives of Iranian filmmakers difficult.
If you're going to make a film about corruption in the system, and the guidance ministry feels you're making an anti-Islamic government movie, obviously they deny it. But if the same corruption is framed as praising the system, they'll approve it.
Music operates under even stricter constraints. Women aren't allowed to sing in public unless they're part of a chorus. Persian hip-hop is banned, and songs about any kind of sex are too. And it drives many to the underground music scene. Iranian playlists are full of downloaded music you can't legally listen to. And exiled artists who post videos to YouTube from Europe or North America. On Tehran's rooftops, you find unmistakable signs that Iranians are tapped into the outside world. The dishes are illegal, but virtually everybody who can afford one grabs hundreds of channels from satellites conveniently beyond the reach of Iran's government chaperones. And Iranians watch lots of it.
I'd love to see Lost, the series.
Well, my favorite movie is Secret Window, starring Johnny Depp.
Like everywhere else, the video store guy dreams of being Quentin Tarantino.
This Iranian film is similar to Meet Joe Black, with Reza Kianian playing the Brad Pitt role.
Iran's Islamic government has struggled and mostly failed to keep a firewall between Iranians and outside culture.
They say we are turning Iran's youths into gay and merciless sex predators. When they grow up, they'll force themselves on their own sisters and mothers.
Everybody's already seen pirated copies of the big Western hits.
You can buy the foreign films on any street corner, very cheap. They even have Persian subtitles, which is illegal.
The recent turmoil in Tehran's streets has opened Western eyes to the passion Iranians feel for their freedom of thought. A quick look at what's selling in bookstores would have made that less of a surprise.
This is the philosophy section. This section is mostly philosophers from the West, so they're really mostly translations. But we also have Iranian philosophers.
Those philosophy books, along with histories, are the biggest sellers in Iran. And the great Persian poets are as well known here as the country's famous movie directors.
This film is directed by a very well-known director, Mrs. Tamineh Milani. She is a world-known director. This film was a big hit.
So watching a mix of foreign and Iranian entertainment doesn't raise fears in Iran that other cultures will take over.
I have learned to learn beside American culture. This is a cultural reciprocation. This is not, colonization.
That's been the pattern for 2,500 years. Iranians take what they like from the outside world and figure out a way to make it their own.
This Agha Be Yameno Bagir is a remake of Catch Me If You Can with Tom Hanks and Leo DiCaprio. They even copied the cover for the DVD.
For Worldfocus, I'm Richard ORegan in Tehran.